was elected as a member of parliament, I had hoped that within the first few weeks of my election, a ceasefire will be announced. Unfortunately, one has not been announced, and therefore it's important that together we continue to demand a ceasefire. I will do my job with the other independents inside there. I will demand a ceasefire as a member of parliament. So should you on the streets of London, on the streets of Manchester, on the streets of Liverpool. Wherever you are, you must continue demanding ceasefire now, ceasefire now, ceasefire now, ceasefire now, ceasefire now, ceasefire now. In the early hours of the morning on Tuesday, terrified Palestinians sheltering in the so-called safe zone of Al-Mawasi in Khan Yunis, Gaza, they were shaken from their sleep to scenes of what eyewitnesses described as worse than a nightmare. One eyewitness, Samar Momar, he told The Guardian that he thought that a tornado had struck. But this was no act of nature. The so-called designated safe zone tent camp of Al-Mawasi had been bombarded by Israel. It had been bombarded by Israel with heavy 2,000-pound bombs, leaving jaw-dropping large craters, some have described as 3-story deep. And whole families, entire generations, men and women, many of them children, evaporated. And such was the force of those weapons used to attack a humanitarian safe zone designated by Israel itself. Everything about the almost year-long genocidal onslaught of the Palestinians in Gaza is deeply, deeply horrifying. Yet the massacre of Mawasi stands out as one of the worst. No law, no treaty, no norm, no rule of war, nothing at all can possibly justify the bombardment, the bombing of a humanitarian safe zone. Nothing can justify this. This was not just an attack on the people of Gaza. This was an attack on humanity itself. This has left and will be remembered as a stain on humanity itself. It's an attack on civilization. It's an attack on all of us. The impunity with which Israel is operating in Gaza, the total disregard it is demonstrating for international law, it must be condemned in the strongest terms possible. Israel must be held accountable for its actions. Israel must be held accountable. What could demonstrate stronger than the latest massacre in Mawasi? What could demonstrate stronger than this? That all arms sales to Israel must be halted, must be halted, must be halted by this government, by every government, by every government, by every arms sales dealer. They must be halted, and they must be halted immediately. And I believe that I speak for all the people with an awakened conscience. I speak for all the people with a beating pulse. I speak for all of those that care for humanity. I speak for you. I speak for the Palestinian people, not in our name, not in our name. This must stop. It must stop now. It must stop immediately. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now.